oldest child, Dan, passed away a few years ago. Dan had Down syndrome. He had a wonderful life, a life full of friends, family, and his job at Microsoft. He worked there 14 and a half years. His job made his life so very typical. At his birth in 1968, we were asked to institutionalize him, and we chose differently. But at his birth, never did we dream that he would have a real job as an adult. Jobs allow our folks to contribute, to be part of their community, and to teach others about abilities, not just disabilities. Over 19 years ago, King County Developmental Disabilities Division offered me a 6-month grant to organize parents in King County. O'Neill and Associates agreed to launch my job for the first few years. In addition, I have served on the Washington Initiative for Supported Employment Board of Directors. I am telling you this because I've had a good vantage point to observe education and training of professionals working with individuals with developmental disabilities. Teachers, case managers, home support staff, employment specialists. It is so important for these people to have specific training and specific education in order to work successfully with our sons and daughters. Washington State leads the nation in the number of individuals with developmental disabilities who have good jobs. The cost-effective teaching and education we have here is a key ingredient to this success. Thanks.
We reap the benefits of their training, certainly in terms of the people that from supportive employment that are working with us. Through Project Search, we're working with those folks at Eastside Employment and really have seen how much they care about the people that they're trying to place, as well as care about the business to make sure that they're doing the best thing for us. I think the other thing is with some of the trainings that WISE is doing, and talking specifically about the leadership conference last year and really trying to develop leaders in this field. I mean, how do you get folks invested in wanting to help people with disabilities? It's a bit of a challenge. You know, face it, the pay isn't great. You really have to have a passion for this. And I really appreciated being at that conference myself and seeing that you're really trying to say, okay, you guys, we need to step out and do something a bit different. When that was sort of exciting. And lastly, you know, talking specifically about the work of O'Neill and Associates, if it wasn't for them, I don't know that Children's Hospital would be working with folks with disabilities to the extent that we are, helping us navigate a very, very, you know, you think healthcare is complex. Well, your system is incredibly complex. I'm really understanding how our business works as well and saying we need to do what's good for the business as well as what's good for the employees.
My grandson has had very unsuccessful history of being able to work because of the types of jobs that were given to him. However, in the past 2 years, Nathaniel has successfully worked for 2 full years and more, and there was nobody more proud than when he was able to tell to people he had his first 2 weeks paid vacation. That made him feel like everyone else, and I can't thank O'Neill Associates more than what I have already. One of the other things I would like to emphasize is the real importance of these coaches, that their training is sufficient enough to know how to interact and to intercede when there is a crisis. He's had some ups and downs on it, but they've been able to work him through that. And that is so important. Without that, he would not be on his job, and I know that.
Training and technical assistance is extraordinarily important to all of the system partners and businesses in Clark County through organizations that understand our community because they have a presence here. The Washington Initiative for Supported Employment has had a presence with Clark County since 1985, and O'Neill and Associates has had a presence here for at least 10, maybe 15 years. And those organizations understand the needs of our employment agencies, the needs of our community. They are part of our community. They work with our schools, they work with our businesses, our hospitals, and our public sector. All of this makes the employment system happen. Every profession requires training in order to have competent, qualified staff and those who are in positions of contact with vulnerable adults. These are practical expenses to help better the services and the quality of services that are delivered to the customers in our community.
At the City of Vancouver, we employ 7 supported employees in various departments throughout the city. I've worked with O'Neill Associates, with the county, and various support agencies that provide job coaching services for our supported employees. And I know that O'Neill Associates were instrumental in helping bring a supported employee program to the City of Vancouver, and their support has been great throughout the years. We've also had some challenges with positions becoming possibly boring for our supported employees or not fitting the needs of the city, and O'Neill Associates and the other agencies that provide support services have come in, helped us do job assessments, and helped us design and redefine the work that our supported employees do. Each time we've dealt with an issue of any level of sensitivity, I have called on O'Neill Associates on regular occasion to come in and help. At the city, we also have quarterly meetings with our department managers and O'Neill Associates and all of the support agencies to make sure that if there are issues, concerns, or questions, that they are addressed in a timely manner, and that our supported employees really do feel supported from the network of professionals that connect with and assist them in doing their jobs for them.
We've been working with WISE now, I think we're going into our 5th year, and we've had a wonderful collaboration with the county and the school districts and the teachers in the districts that have been working, and the administrators as well have been working with that project. You know, what we've been focusing on is transition. We have regular get-togethers and regular trainings. The results that we get, you know, working with families and working with students in developing that whole transition plan is absolutely amazing. And Project Search has been it's just been incredible. We are moving into our 3rd year. We've had 6 students our first year and 4 students last year. And I think the first response from school districts and from families is we had no idea of how effective this program could be. Nobody had any idea what they could do and how they could work. O'Neill and Associates have been instrumental, and again the county has been instrumental in working with us and building what I would say is a firm foundation in this county for students with disability and moving them into the world of work.